I sucked at trading. I blew many personal accounts, many funded accounts. I was chasing indicators. I was using copy traders. I was following people just saying take buy, take sell. I have done everything that you can imagine to try to be profitable at trading, and many of them sucked besides one thing that made a huge difference, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So if you've been struggling as well and you've tried so many things but it just seems to be the same outcome, then this video might just be that turning point for you. So one thing I'm not going to do in this video is show charts, right? We're not going to be on the charts. I have no laptop in front of me. There's no charts to show you because this isn't about trading. This isn't about the strategy. This is mainly about up here and just a few things that you might have missed that is outside of the charts. Trading is not just about chart time. In fact, it's more non-chart time than chart time. So there's one thing, first of all, that clicked is less is more. You might have heard this before from other people. You might have heard this in terms of maybe other aspects of life. But when it comes to trading specifically, less is more. Less things on your charts is always going to be better. Spending less time on the charts is always going to be better. Taking less trades is always going to be better. And I'm sure you can relate as well. It's the days when you take a win, you want to take another trade, that trade becomes a loss, you take the third trade, that's a loss, and now you turn the winning day to a losing day, and then you try to chase that win back, and then eventually you blow your account. I've been there. That's why I'm able to say these things. I've done this before. And then this moves you onto another major problem, which is overtrading. Overtrading, taking trades, trades. You think more trades equals more wins. Let me take as many trades as possible. If based on backtest I'm winning 80% of the time, I can spam those trades and I should win a whole lot more. But then it happens to be that one week that you're just losing a ton. And then you hop onto another strategy, which is problem number 2. The strategy hopping. You watch every single video about strategy out there. That's why those videos get the most clicks. And that's why YouTubers, you want to use that to make money off YouTube, because anything about strategy is cooking, especially when they just provide you with different strategies every week. But that's why this video is outside of strategy. Strategy isn't the thing that might be your problem. And I know one thing you hear a lot is risk management. Poor risk management is a reality, because over my time trading, I've mentored a lot of people and I've seen different aspects of it. Some people that want to risk 5%, pass out once and just, swing the whole thing in one take. Believe it or not, but there's some people that are too scared to even take a trade. They might just risk 0.1 the entire time. And that is also a problem, because if you're risking too little, how are you going to make money? And then it will be that one trade that you think this is the perfect trade. You want to then, triple your risk on that one, and that one loses. And then the whole number is a mess. Nothing makes sense, because now you're going to be losing more trades than you win. And then there are other issues like emotional trading. All these things I'm listing are things that I have been through myself. The emotional trading, you take a trade, you realize the moment you enter buy or you enter sell, that's when it hits you that you're so invested in that one trade. You're really thinking, if this trade loses, it's peak. If this trade does not win, I'm cooked. That's when you know that you have fumbled. I'm telling you, if you have that forever, you have fumbled the bag. That's when it's about to go south. That trade is probably going to lose. And this happens either because we just, double down, triple down on our trade. And we know that, all right, cool, this is therefore too much risk. So the interesting thing is you do know it's too much risk. So you don't want to be doing these things, but you know that. I'm not going to tell you things you already know. I'm just telling you things right now that I've been through. So you know that this isn't just something you're struggling with. We've all been there, but there is a way to change all these stuff. So let me paint the picture. Here's one thing you need to take away from this video. At least one thing anyway. I'm going to speak about a few more, but one thing. Understand that trading isn't about predicting. Trading isn't about anticipating or trying to guess what's going to happen. Trading is all about reacting to the rules when you see them. In simple terms, that's all it is. Reacting to rules when I see them. That's all trading is about. You will never know what's going to happen. You will never, ever know. Unless you're doing inside trading, which most of us don't even have the connections for that. But you will never know. So when you see rules, how do I react to these? Am I hesitant? Do I over risk? Am I too shy? Am I too confident? That's all it's about. And the key point to know when the money is in the bag is when you can consistently follow these rules for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and on. For example, this season so far, I've been on a challenge where I'm trying to take a 5K account to 10K. I follow my rules to the T on every single one. Every single trade I have done. That's why I'm so confident, even though it's been a losing streak, in the sense that I had week 1 was fantastic. Week 2, barely took any trades. There was no setups. And week 3, which is this week, I've just lost on Monday or Tuesday, then lost the next day, took a win, and then lost and lost again. I know for a fact I'm following my strategy. So as long as I am doing that, I'm doing everything right. The losses might come now, but next week might be better, or even next month might be better. Quick break to tell you about a prop firm that you want to use next for your next challenge. Now, this is going to be Blue Guardian. If you are a Forex trader or even a futures trader and you want to dabble into prop firms and you want to be able to make money from the little money that you have, then this is the opportunity of a lifetime, because their rules are extremely friendly. It's exactly how I like it to be. That's why me, myself, I've started to dabble more into prop firms again. I've been trading personal, but prop firms I've added to the mix. So having the freedom to trade how I want is key. And this is what they provide. There's no crazy restrictions. There's no traps. Everything that you need to know can be visible on their website. It's very clean, clear cut, very, very simple to understand. So all you have to do is just start that challenge, meet their rules, meet their regulations, and everything is simple from there. It's key that you always have a confident prop firm to go with, so that way you're not just anxious and you don't get denied payouts, because that's the most frustrating thing. Blue Guardian is a prop firm that has the backing from Birmingham City, and they are sponsored by them. So this is how you know that there is some weight behind them. They're not just a new prop firm onto the block and they're just ready to do some cash grab. If that was the case, then I wouldn't be speaking about them on this video. This is a prop firm that me, myself, I am using as well. So I am also going to be doing the same thing as you guys are. So if you do want to start a prop firm challenge next, make sure you do use Blue Guardian. I'll be using them, and I'm going to be giving away 5 challenge accounts to those who use the link in the comments of this video. I'm going to pin one there, so do check it out, and the description of this video as well. So let's get it cracking, and thanks to Blue Guardian for sponsoring this segment of the video. Let's get back to it. Now, the next thing you need to know is risk management over win rate any day. Risk management, as long as you're applying the same numbers. That's what I've been doing as well during this period. And I'm being super transparent to show you guys. If you don't know about these results, follow me on Insta at Sonny's Advice. You'll see one of the icons. It has the 5K to 10K challenge on there. Go and watch that. You will see pretty much everything. That takes us to risk management over win rate. As long as you're being consistent with your risk, you'll be fine. Many people DM me during the season saying, oh, it's summer season. Yes, horrible week. Because I did ask people, how your trading been? People say it's been horrible this month. Yes, it could be summer. It could be whatever the reason might be. But as long as you're applying good risk management, you will survive. Because it's quite unlikely that you go on a 10 losing streak. I say 10 because most people that trade prop firms, you have a 10% drawdown, which is cool. So it's very unlikely that you will lose 5%. So it's very unlikely that you will lose 10% unless you are just over risking somewhere, unless you're doing something wrong. That's when you're going to be cooked too early. If you're risking 2% or 3% when you can't afford to, then you're going to be in trouble. So let the numbers do their thing. Next week could be better. You might be in drawdown for a little while, but you'll get out of it eventually. Don't stress about being in 5% drawdown. I've been in way more. I've been in 8, 9% drawdown, and you come out of it. It's crazy, yes, but that's just the case. As long as you're consistent, the win will come. If you have a profitable strategy, yes. If you actually have a system that works in the first place. So I'm going to give you 5 things that you can implement after watching this video that will definitely, I'm guaranteeing, is going to make a difference if you do all of it. Number 1, process over outcome. You want to follow the process of what you do, then the outcome. When you enter a trade, tick the boxes of the things you've done. Did you follow the rules that we spoke about earlier? And ignore the outcome of the trade. You'll be more comfortable knowing I followed these steps, and whether it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. That's when you'll be happy. Have you realized that revenge trading mostly comes when you don't follow your rules? That's when you actually get angry. That's when you get frustrated. That's when you're going to take the next trade, because you broke the rules and now you're annoyed at yourself that, only if I followed my rules, man, I could have avoided this loss. And now you want to make it back, so that way you feel better about yourself that, okay, I fixed it. But then that just leads to more rules being broken. So focus on the process and not the outcome. Next, we have patience. The patience game is what's going to keep you going in trading for many, many years to come. If you are here to just quickly make a bag or two and cut, fair enough. But for those who want to trade and make money consistently and want to make trading their main income, then patience is really the game. There'll be days you don't find a trade. You might not find a trade for 3-4 days, depending on how you trade. That's part of it. Don't take a setup that isn't part of your system. You're going to be in trouble and it's going to cook you. Being patient as well when you're on drawdown, when you're taking losses, is key, because the win will come. Don't get frustrated at having a losing week or 2 losing weeks. It happens. No one told you. I don't know where you got the thought that you are going to just cook in 1 week, or no losing trader loses. Just because traders don't tend to show you their losses, I do, but I don't know about other traders. Just because most of your content creators don't show you losses does not mean they're not losing. So having a 1 week loss, 2 week loss does not make you a bad trader. As long as you're able to keep that account alive and make money overall, that's what it matters. Not even in a month. You can have a losing month. That's still fine, by the way. I'm telling you things that most people don't tell you, because that's why you feel so bad about yourself. That's why you feel like you're the worst trader, you're doing something wrong. But having a losing month is not the end of the world. Just keep going. So the next thing you want to do now is detach yourself from the wins and the losses. It's not about wins and losses. Again, I realize the same thing I keep emphasizing on. It's following the same system day in and day out. Day in and day out. That's all that matters. Day in and day out. As long as you're doing that every single time, you'll be fine. Detach yourself from the wins and losses, unless obviously you're just a horrible trader. This isn't for those that just have a bad system. You don't even have anything going in the first place. That's a different story. This is for those that, you know, your system is good. Other people use it, right? There's proven results out there. Now you're just not getting those results. So what do? That's who this is for. Detach yourself from the wins and losses. Follow your system as long as you can. Keep a track record. Send it to me. In fact, I'll try to be accountable with you. As long as you're following it, try to do so for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks consecutively without breaking a single one. If you can do that for a month straight, in fact, I think I'm going to do some kind of giveaway or something, because it's not easy. It's very, very hard to do a month not breaking a single rule. It's very, very hard. So whoever can do that, fair play to you. And I think that's something that we should all work towards doing. So in the comments of this video, just leave the longest streak that you have gone without breaking your rules. I'll be intrigued to know the longest that you have gone. Just leave that number in the comments so I'll know that you even watched up to this point. And next we have journaling. I'm not going to touch on this too much. Many of you guys hate that word, but you know, you've heard it so many times that you need to do it. And by journaling, I don't mean writing down your emotions of at 6 a.m. in the morning, I felt happy. At 10 p.m. I felt sad. No, that's not really what I mean. Journaling as in just keeping a track record of everything. Your wins, your losses, how you did. Did you follow the rules? Did you not? Did you break it? What was your RR? What was your win rate? Keep those numbers. It's a numbers game. That's what trading is. It's a simple, basic number game. As long as you can keep these numbers, you can use it as data that's going to help you in the long run. You just need to gather as much data as possible, both from backtest and live trading. Once you can gather these numbers, it's going to help you to understand if what you're doing is working. And then that brings me to confidence. Confidence is essential. This is what's going to keep you going. That's really what seals everything together. And confidence comes through repetition, doing the same thing over and over again. To gain that confidence in the first place, you need to backtest over and over again. And once you've done that and you have that confidence, then from your live trades, you have the confidence to take those trades. Once you have the confidence to take those trades on live, that's when you have the confidence to handle losses. And that's all the game is about, handling losses so you can survive when the wins do come. Most of you guys, your accounts don't survive the losses. So when the wins comes, that's when you're not even doing anything. That's when you have no account to even trade. You're realizing, and now the wins are coming in. I wish I took this trade instead, but now I don't know. You don't have an account to trade with, or you just fumble the bag and you're starting again from scratch. If you found this video useful, then subscribe and stay tuned, because in the next few weeks, I'm going to be bringing out a 3-day course, a mini course, 3 days back to back. I'm going to be dropping these gems on YouTube, so make sure you don't miss these. Make sure you do stay tuned. It's going to be 3 days back to back. Do subscribe and watch this next video if you'd like to learn a lot more about psychology, so you can transform what's in here so you can get those results in here.